The P Diddy fiasco. So let's check out. Diddy has 3SX with male rappers and 72 genders. Phase on Love defends Diddy, Nancy, Grace, and Diddy. So let's hear what he has to say, because there's so much to cover about P Diddy and what is going on with the allegations, or maybe the sex trafficking, gun running, and all stuff what's going on in Hollywood. So let's there's just so much to cover, so I'm just gonna cover this one right now and see what he has to say, and I'll give you my commentary after that. Okay, guys, so check it out. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. It's all good. I just gotta cover my audio here. Sometimes the audio goes in and out when you're
I can only imagine the stuff that he's a monster, like a real monster. When you're just bored with life.
Okay, so
you just do anything. But let's finish listening to Shine again.
Because he was in a position at that time.
1,800 people in the building. Please hit the like. Almost at 1,000. We're almost there. Thank y'all.
Attempting to bring the investment to Belize and to bring the contributions to education to Belize, but don't distort it as if, he and I were boom buddy. This is someone that destroyed my life. But do I take any joy or any satisfaction with what he is going through? Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay, so he's being exposed right now from all the other rappers right now. Basically, he's having sex with men and stuff like that. So it's just very
Please hit the like.
Let's just say it's going to be a very
mediocre comedian that barely.
It's going to be a very complicated because he's got so many videotapes. Let's just cut this out for a little bit. He's got so many videotapes with prominent moguls in Hollywood in the music industry. Videotape with younger women. So not just his sex trafficking, prostitutes, and these are younger women too, as well, probably under the age of maybe 13 or something like that. So I don't know the age limit when it comes to prostitution or having sex with women in the United States, but I think it's 13 in Canada. But in the United States is a little bit different, but you have to fact check on that. But for him to do that, and they have prominent moguls videotaping having sex with younger women, this is what's probably going to tear down the music industry. So be careful with that. And that's why I'm really doing my homework and doing my due diligence of going behind the scene, what really going on with P Diddy. And P Diddy is the guy. I did a video on that on my podcast just yesterday, and now he is the guy in the higher echelons in the food chain that's controlling the things. But he's also listening to the puppet master as well too. So will he give up the information? Is he behind the cloak? Will he give up the information of who is behind and orchestrating of all this stuff? He's got a couple of mansions. He's got videotapes everywhere. So let's just see. Apparently JayZ is next, because he's another mogul. And let's listen to what Melanie King has to say about what's going on behind the scenes with P Diddy, and this could be very, very interesting. Hold on, let me pause this for a second. I'll just commercials. Let's check it out.
I'll link this below. But so, what I have exclusively here is Damian Williams, the Southern District of New York's U.S. Attorney. He kept mentioning in his press conference, and I actually have that video as well that I'll link below.
Yeah.
He kept mentioning his detention letter. So the detention letter that he mentioning this is a letter to basically, this is what they're presenting today at 2:30 as to why that Diddy should not have any bail, that he should not have bond. Right?
I don't think I don't think they will.
And he actually mentioned in that live stream, in that press conference, that there's more details in this document I have here exclusively than the indictment actually includes. So there's pictures in here, and there's several other details that we were not privy to based on what the indictment said. And he kept referring to this and telling people to go to this. So again, guys, this is last minute, like my live stream earlier. I don't expect a lot of people to be in here because I don't normally live stream. But again, if you want to know, I have an exclusive document here. And sorry, I'm facing this way. For some reason, my camera goes this way, but I'm looking this way. So just ignore it. I'll be small. In fact, I'll make myself small right now. So I'll be facing the other way, but I'm going to be reading this. But before I do, guys, I also have some exclusive information. I know someone who is one of the press reporters, one of the reporters in the Southern District of New York. They do not allow cameras there, but they allow approved press. So I found out, okay, guys, that we know that they want to hold him. They call it detention, but hold him so that he has no bond. They don't want him to have any type of bond. And we already know that. They explained that. That's what this detention letter we're going to read. I'm going to read to you, and all those details as to why they're saying he should not have any bail, have any bond. Bail is for jail, bond is for this, but a lot of people don't know the difference. So I'm just saying both in case you don't know. So they want to hold him.
Okay, so they're gonna hold him, and they're definitely not gonna give him bail bonds because he's probably gonna flee or something, or maybe oust himself. But I'm gonna pause that and go to another video that was just put out about a couple of hours ago on Diddy will rot in jail. Diddy kissed and Trey Songz. So there's a lot of things going on. What's going on with P Diddy? So it's just not looking good for him right now. But let's listen to what Empress has to say.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. Now the hip hop mogul Diddy is officially done, y'all, and I'm pretty sure you've heard the bombshell news that dropped this week that Diddy was arrested and he is being indicted for racketeering, trafficking, kidnapping, prostitution, forced labor, narcotic offenses, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. So Diddy got hit with the big whammy, y'all. They got him on the RICO charges because he was using his enterprise to carry out illegal activity. They also got him on the trafficking charges, and they got him on transporting prostitutes, which are all serious crimes, and he could be facing up to life in prison. So essentially, Diddy is a freaky mob boss who finally got taken down after 30 years of terrorizing the industry and countless other victims. Now, Diddy's not the only person going down, okay? There are a lot of people who were complicit in his criminal activity, including his head chief and staff and his right-hand woman, Christina Coram or Karam. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but essentially she was like a Ghislaine Maxwell, and Diddy was like Jeffrey Epstein. It was said that Diddy was out here recording celebrities, politicians, and other people of influence at his little parties, okay? Everybody wanted to go to the Diddy party, but little did they know, a lot of them were being recorded without their knowledge, and some of them were being recorded doing some freaky stuff and some illegal stuff. And the FBI sees all of the incriminating tapes and images of these people, and there is a lot more for them to collect. The feds also seized all of his guns and controlled substances and his baby oil and lubricant, and they said this man had over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube.
Oh my God.
Now, if you remember Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy, she did say Diddy made her pour excessive amounts of oil on her body during their freak-offs. Now, if you don't know what the freak-offs are, basically Diddy would force Cassie to perform acts on male escorts while he would watch and record and collect the footage for blackmail. And Cassie is not the only person he did this to, but she was the person who let the cat out the bag. And these freak-offs would last for days sometimes, and she would be high, and she would actually have to recover by using an IV drip. I mean, the freak off sessions were just insane.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it right there. The freak off sessions. Little did we not know that also the prominent moguls, let's just say P Diddy, was into that kinky stuff. But you know, you always hear people who are not famous, but him. He's really into that. So hey, whatever floats the boat, and especially when you are a prominent producer in Hollywood. And I guess the cat's is in the bag right now. All I know is that Cassie's the one who spilled the beans, and hopefully she is protected, because they have some ways to out with other people to silence you. But we'll see what happens with that. But he is definitely, P. Diddy is definitely done. So, what is that going to happen for the rest of the other music industry? Let's see and find out, because I heard a lot of them are running away, hiding, and we'll see what happens with that in the next couple of days to a month, because everybody is being exposed. Check it out.
Insane.
Wow.
But baby oil and lube were an absolute must.
Wow.
And he made his victims and escorts use it. And he also was using oil and lube, slipping and sliding everywhere, just doing the nasty, busting it wide open, but no condom in sight, though. If you notice, condoms weren't mentioned, but they collected a whole bunch of oil and lube. So you could only imagine the STDs that were passed around. Jesus. And I do remember there was an interview of this guy named Jonathan Odie. He was taken into custody because he blasted up the Trump Towers, and they interrogated him. And he revealed that he participated in the freak-offs with Diddy and Cassie, and he actually caught something.
Oh, wow. I'm going to pause it for a second. So basically, this guy was in the threesome, foursome, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's but he caught something. That's why you got to wrap up, guys. You know what I mean? Especially if you're in that state of mind when you have a couple of women around you and you do the freaky nasty, and you better wrap up. Anyway, check it out. That's what it is. Say.
Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would message me and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters. I was like a sex slave, okay? Wow. I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won.
Wow. Now, Diddy did plead not guilty to all of these charges, but I mean, the baby oil and the lube is a dead giveaway. That man is guilty as sin. And he tried to get out on bail. He offered up $50 million to get out, and that was denied. He tried to get out again, and that also was denied, because the feds don't trust Diddy. Yeah. If they were to let him out on bail, who knows what he would try to do. Now, I don't think he would be trying to run, because they have tabs on him. However, he could very well be trying to intimidate and pay off witnesses, because he tried to do that with one of his former artists named Kalina Harper. Kalina was a part of his short-lived group Dirty Money, and another one of the members from Dirty Money is named Don Richard, and recently she filed a lawsuit against Diddy and pretty much confirmed the trafficking allegations, and she also observed Diddy put the pause on Cassie. Don's lawsuit made Diddy freak out big time, and he actually started harassing Kalina. He called her 54 times in one day and made her say that she didn't see him do anything. And see, this is what the feds don't want. They don't want him to tamper with the witness, because that's what he's going to do if he's out on bail. So he's going to be stuck in prison up until it's time for trial. Now, hopefully nothing happens to him in prison, because Jeffrey Epstein was locked up in New York as well.
Exactly.
And he died. They say that he took his life, but I don't believe that. I believe that he was taken out because he knew too much. Yeah. And Diddy is another person who knows too much. And I don't think Diddy worked alone. I mean, yeah, he had his accomplices and people who worked under him, but I think that there were people above him that were instructing him on how to do this whole trafficking thing. I do think that this whole trafficking ring is way bigger than him. There are more powerful people involved, and it's really just some Illuminati stuff, and Diddy learned how to do this. Like, in order for him to rise in the ranks of entertainment, he had to participate in rituals. He had to sell his soul and booty hole, and in exchange for that, he was able to be a gatekeeper. He was given money to fund his careers, his ventures. He was given his own label, and he was able to be protected and keep the money flowing in by allegedly selling out to some of these wealthy billionaires and these wealthy label executives. In fact, the producer Lil Rod said in his lawsuit that The CEO of Universal Music Group, Lucien Grange, allegedly was funding Diddy's criminal enterprise.
Wow.
He was giving Diddy funds for his label, and he knew that Diddy was using it for illegal activity. Now, if this is in fact true, why would Lucien take the risk to fund Diddy? Well, it's possible that he might have had a very, very close relationship with Diddy. Diddy was getting rammed in the industry, allegedly. And because he was getting rammed, he started doing the ramming. Essentially, he's doing to other artists what was done to him. And this is why you hear rumors about him allegedly doing things to Usher and Justin Bieber when they were younger. I don't know how true that is, but the rumors are out there. You also hear rumors about how he essayed other women, other female artists in the industry. Not to mention, you hear about how he turned out some male artists in the industry, like Meek Mill and French Montana and Trey Songz, allegedly.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friend. Happy birthday to you.
I could say something about a Diddy party right now, but I don't know the rules of the game if I'm allowed to say it.
Say it.
One of my boys, a social media influencer, he was at a Diddy party, and they invited him to Diddy's room. He walks in, Trey Songz was sitting on Diddy's lap making out with him, and they asked him if he wanted to join.
What the fuck? No, ain't no way.
Oh my God.
They're all gay. They're all undercover gays. I promise you that.
Undercover.
So Diddy was out here allegedly turning out men and grooming them, and he was doing this as a way to exert his power and control over them. And he did this to women too. So it wasn't really like a regular consensual situation. Diddy was abusing his power, and he was grooming people to basically sleep with him to get opportunities or get what they want out of him. And sometimes Diddy would record them and use it as blackmail. And the situation as a whole is really nefarious, but this was learned behavior. He learned this from the other elites in the music industry. He learned this from the Illuminati ringleaders. He learned that from all of his mentors, and he essentially was doing to others what was done to him. He was taught in order to get over, he had to bend over.
You gotta realize, man, he learned from Andre Harrell. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clyde Davis.
There's some dirty type of stuff going on because whatever room they are in, at the W, whatever room they are in, you could see why would grown men be sitting around with their dick out and sitting there and what's his name, jerking one of their dicks. I think it was Divine, but I have locked it in my safe deposit box. I done had this tape for 4 weeks. What are all these three guys doing? Are they doing something deranged? I mean, like, this happened when they had the Hip Hop Awards, when T.I. was out of jail. And T.I. is in it. You got, what's his name, Pharrell. You got,
Pharrell.
His name, Divine Stevens. And a few of the other guys. And I can't think of the other guy's name. But Stephen Hill was jerking Divine Stevens. And I got that to show you. So when you get that,
I've got that to show you.
The BET Awards, they done. He's done.
Now, the clip I just played is a very old clip. It was from 2011, and some celebrity bodyguard claimed to have a tape of Diddy, T.I., Divine Stevens, Stephen Hill, Nas, and I think Andre Harrell as well on tape. We haven't seen the tape, so I can't confirm if it's true or not, but I will say this. If it is true, it probably was another one of those little initiation ritual type things. A lot of these people in the industry have been doing things like this to get ahead. Diddy was not the only one. He was not the only one. Now, there was one powerful person in the industry who protected Diddy, and that was Clarence Avant. Clarence Avant was the black godfather of the entertainment industry. I believe he was Boulay. He might have been a part of the Boulay. I don't know. But he had a lot of power and a lot of respect. He protected and helped the careers of a lot of black entertainers. And he also protected them from getting screwed over. And I mean literally. He protected them from getting screwed.
I'm gonna give it to you raw. Clarence made sure that you don't get f***ed. Straight up. There's a lot of going on in the entertainment industry, the music industry. Everybody's getting caught up into something. I'm cured now, though. Everybody, I'm cured. Everything's good. You know, y'all can have me over for dinner. Everything is good.
Now, Diddy sounded very crazy in that
Crazy.
clip, and he definitely was lying about being cured. But he wasn't lying about Clarence protecting him and protecting other people. Clarence was very powerful and connected, and he had a lot of respect in the industry, but he passed away last year. He passed away in August, and what I find to be very interesting is months later after he passed, Diddy was exposed. Cassie filed that lawsuit, and everything went downhill for Diddy. See, Diddy lost his protection. Losing Clarence was a huge loss to a lot of people, not just Diddy, but also JayZ. And JayZ had to run behind another billionaire named Michael Rubin for protection once Clarence left. So now he's doing business and getting sponsored by billionaires like Mike Rubin and Robert Kraft, who I don't believe are going to stay in his corner forever. But right now they are his temporary protection. Diddy, on the other hand, has no protection. I think he crossed a lot of powerful people. He angered them. He had them recorded without their knowledge. And now they're scrambling. I mean, did you hear about the CEO of 300 Entertainment, Kevin Liles, stepping down right after Diddy was indicted? That's not a coincidence. Like, these guys are panicking because they have ties to Diddy. And they know that if he goes down, they're going to go down too. Yes, I want Diddy to go down because he's guilty of a lot of crimes, but make no mistake about it, he did not do this alone. He had elites funding his criminal enterprise. He had the police in his back pocket. And that's one thing that kind of annoyed me about the indictment, because they didn't point out the fact that Diddy had ties to law enforcement and he was paying off police to suppress evidence and make his crimes go away. Dawn said in her lawsuit that Diddy literally had police officers at his parties. That's how deep they were in his pockets. And it wasn't only that. The producer Rodney, aka Lil Rod, said in his lawsuit that Diddy's head of security, Fahim Muhammad, used his connections to the LAPD to help cover up Diddy's crimes, which included a shooting that happened in Diddy's studio. Also, another thing to note that I find very suspicious is Diddy has close ties to Corey Gamble. Corey Gamble used to be his nanny, and Kanye put it out there that Corey is with the CIA.
Yes, Corey's CIA. Like, he didn't even have to say it. I know it. Like, CIA. What are you talking about? Like,
so Diddy had a lot of connections. Connections to people who were alleged CIA agents, connections to people in law enforcement, connections to people in politics, and connections in the entertainment industry. He was the Black Jeffrey Epstein, and he was confident he would never get caught. He really was, but look what happened. He finally got caught, but it took long enough, didn't it? But he's not the only one who's guilty of doing the stuff that he's doing. Other people are doing it too, and other people were involved in his shenanigans. And I do hope he gets a chance to expose those.
we got started with too long.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to read between commercials, but he definitely has a chance to expose everybody, but he is the fall guy, so his days are numbered, and he's going to be, like you said, he's the Black Epstein, and get ready for what to come in the next, I don't know, we'll see what happens there.
The last good thing that he does is expose that whole operation.
Yeah.
Because I know this whole thing is bigger than him. This is some Illuminati stuff. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Also, this is a side topic, but Rick Ross, who also has a connection with Diddy, was exposed too by his baby mama, Tia. Now, Tia made some posts that kind of alluded to Rick Ross and Diddy having some type of relationship. She also compared Rick Ross and his associate to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. She even reposted this throwback video of Jonathan Odie exposing Rick Ross, Diddy, and DJ Khaled.
Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay. Who? Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They're all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay?
Who supporter?
Hamas.
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 Yeah.
This interview was really crazy, and it happened like in 2018, I believe.
That's insane.
And you would have thought everything Jonathan was saying was just wild and unbelievable. But now that you listen back to it, it sounds more believable than ever. It's just crazy how things have changed. But Tia not only put Rick Ross on blast for his association with Diddy, but she also accused Rick of putting hits out on people, including her, and unaliving people. And she said this while she was addressing Rick Ross's sister, Renee.
So we finna clock this tea right here. Renee says, you want to stay keeping up shit? We finna talk about some real tea. Your brother over there paying people to put hits out. He over there paying people to put hits out. And niggas running off with his money and it's getting back to me. So now, I'm finna send the feds over there to y'all motherfucking empire. See, you had the right bitch today, ho. You keep playing with me, I'm finna tear y'all motherfucking empire down. Next, we gonna talk about Miss Carol murder. Y'all know who Miss Carol is. You know that's behind your brother. I'm finna make sure her family sue y'all whole estate. Because that case is not closed. You know the lady that was cute, leaving from my mama's house, getting her hair done that time. And it's behind your brother and his drama.
Oh my God.
You know about the man who was killed in front of Black House. Okay.
This right here is crazy. It really is crazy. And I know that Rick Ross and Tia hate each other, and sometimes their back and forth is humorous, but what Tia revealed is actually very, very serious. And if what she's saying is true, Rick Ross might be the next person that is looked into. I mean, the fact that he has connections with Diddy kind of makes him suspect already.
Holy cow.
Whew, this industry is going under, y'all. It's going under. Anyway, tell me what y'all think about this video down below. Please like, comment.
All right, so, okay, just go check out Empress. I mean, he's pretty well informed of what's going on behind the scenes of the Hollywood tycoons in the music industry. So we all know that Rick Ross is probably the next JayZ. These are all the prominent moguls out there who are in the higher echelon, just beneath the tie of the puppet masters that's ready to go under and go under. So basically, P. Diddy is pretty much done. I don't know how the heck he's going to get himself out of it, as much as we liked P. Diddy at the time, but now we didn't know what was going really behind the scenes of him going all these wild parties. We all kind of knew he was a partier. Hey, I'm not innocent, I did party myself, but this guy was took it to the next level with all these oils and prostitutes and all that stuff, and getting all the higher moguls up there and filming them. So that's basically what's gonna tear down the whole music industry. And I don't know, man, this is gonna be some really weird, tough patches in the next couple of weeks or months. Who knows how long it's gonna take, but they are not gonna let P. Diddy out. He is pretty much done. But JayZ, Rick Ross, T.I. Lil Nas, there is some serious walls are about to crumble right now. This is it's pretty much it with the whole music industry, with as far as all these artists hooking up with billionaires out there for their protection, simply because they are pretty much done. And hopefully we'll see it in the next couple of weeks, whether he is going to be let out free, which I probably not. He did try to put a $50 million bond, but they denied. And we'll see what happens with all the rest of the other characters out there. That's who's next on the chopping block. We'll see. Thanks for watching. I'll have more videos coming here, come very shortly on my YouTube channel, as well as my Instagram and Spotify. We will see you with more of this tidbits about what's going on with the Hollywood tycoon Puff Daddy. Bye for now. God bless, Godspeed, and we will see you in the next video podcast on all my social medias. Bye for now. Ciao.